also here with another edition of TNA, making an impact, a little bit later than initially planned. It's been a hectic week at work, and I've been addicted to my WWE save on TEW, which for some reason I just can't seem to put down. I'm already booked, I think it's a few shows in advance. I think I'm up to roughly the end of this month's recording date. The save just so addictive, it's just getting so many storylines across that it's just hard to put down. So maybe we're on a little bit behind with this save, but nonetheless, as I say, we've got ideas of where we want to go on the road to Bound for Glory. So say next up, of course, is Hard Justice. I've also been thinking with this save, we may call it quits with TNA after Bound for Glory. We'll see how it goes. Of course, when I've had two saves basically that have ran since the inception of the game, sometimes you do want to try out new things and new companies. So we'll see how we stand up at Bound for Glory. If we feel like TNA is the way to go going forward, because it is pretty much completely different now to how the company is running in real life with the changes they've had. But that's more for in the future. We're all about, as I say, try to take this company forward. Let's make TNA great again with hopefully another good show. So we've got quite a few segments today. Can't even make out how many that is. It might be about 16, 17. As always, as the storyline progresses, we will explain the segments. So, welcome guys again to another episode of TNA Making an Impact. So we start the show in front of 7,892 fans at the Intercollegiate Athletic Arena. And we start the show, it's basically a promo between Fergal Devitt, the champ, and the number one contender, the man that wants to run this place to show he is the true TNA superstar, AJ Styles. The two of them are out, they're bad-mouthing each other. Then out from the back, just brawling from the back it seems, and spilling into the ring, is Britannia Knight and Becky Knox. They basically fight all the way down to the ring. The two male athletes just look on, and they have to eventually pull the knockouts apart from each other before they rip each other's head off. Dev obviously helping Becky Knox, and Britannia Knight held back by AJ Styles. This prompts out the 50% owner of TNA, Brandy Reynolds. Remember, her and Carly are authority figures here, despite Carly's absence recently. And this sets up our main event match. She says, let's make some history, let's give these ladies a chance in our main event. We're going to see Fergal Devitt, the champ, team up with Becky Knox to take on the team of the phenomenal AJ Styles and Britannia Knight. This gets a B-74, it gets the show off to a strong start. The crowd were hotter. Devitt and Styles come across looking well. The TNA knockout storyline gains a bit of heat, and Becky Knox underperformed. But overall, good start to the show, sharing the spotlight. Our opening contest for the night saw a short match, and it was TJ Perkins, the X Division champion, defeating Tigrano in 509 by pinfall with a jumping neckbreaker. Simple match. C60 makes your champ look strong. Dominant again with a good win here. After the matchup, he decides he's going to beat the crap down out of Tigrano. The win ain't enough. He wants to hurt someone, but he's chased off by Jay Lethal, who just decides, no, you know what I mean, I'm here to protect this guy. I'm showing that not only am I a good guy, but I also want your title. So D-Plus 53. Tigrano is an enhancement talent now, so he looked terrible here. However, the performance of Jay Lethal was good. Next up, we saw a matchup between Jesse and Crazy Steve. Jesse picking up the win in 6 minutes and 4 by pinfall with a stunner, a D47, so a bit better for Jesse as we slowly are building him up going forward. Few negatives, negative crowd reaction for Jesse, both guys holding back, as it was our storytelling match. But as again, we're building him up, again, slowly but surely. And after the matchup, just a promo by Liv and of course Jesse, and it was just a case of them discussing, showing that this is going to be Jesse's time. He's going to keep on winning. He's going to show that TNA is going to be great again, and Jesse is going to be a part of that. So D46, a nice little promo from those two. Next up, we had tag team action. It was the former tag team champions in action. It was decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. And it was the team of Brian Cage and Mike Bennett defeating the Mac and Moose in 6:18 when Brian Cage defeated Willie Mack with a pump handle facebuster. A C63, so the tag champs, former tag champs, have had a little bit of tension between each other in recent weeks, obviously losing the titles. A good one here over Moose and Willie Mack. Mike Bennett came out of this looking well, but again, you look at the dirt sheet here, Negative crowd reaction for Moose. Poor selling, poor psychology. Do we write him off? We'll see. But a good win for Brian Cage and Mike Bennett. At this moment in time, they're far more important than the Mac and Moose. And after the matchup, small promo from Brian Cage and Mike Bennett. They just say they've sorted out their differences. They won't argue anymore, and they are coming for the BC. They are going to become tag team champions again. So it's C plus 68 for the former tag champs, calling out the BC. Next up, we had some tag team action, and it was about they had some good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd that saw Abyss and Doomsday defeat the American Wolves in 11:24 when Doomsday defeated Davey Richards with a tombstone piledriver. B78, you're probably thinking, why the hell have I put two older wrestlers over the American Wolves? Trust me, it will all make sense at one point. But they look dominant as ever, destroying the American Wolves, and a good win there. A few negatives. Both guys obviously a little bit older, but still happy with that. After the matchup, Abyss and Doomsday cut a promo on the Hardys. They just say, okay, last week you threatened us, but the thing is, week by week, we're still here. Where are you, Hardys? Are you going to come back and fight, or are we going to have to destroy you again? So a C plus 71, this is going to build up for the Hardys to return, and hopefully one big, massive, gimmicky blow-off match. But good promo there from Abyss and Doomsday. Next up, and about that had some good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. We had Ricochet defeat Stu Barrett in 10:33 by pinfall with a fast roll-up. That was a B minus 73. Ricochet was off his game, however him and Stu Barrett had great chemistry, which is good to see. But a shock win for the underdog, the former X Division champion. Barrett, after losing to Samoa Joe, is a little bit all over the place, but still a good surprising win for Ricochet. And after the match, Stu Barrett is absolutely furious that he's been rolled up here. Can't believe a smaller wrestler, Ricochet, has upset him. Chases him to the back, and Ricochet hides. And basically Barrett can't see where he's went. He looks around for a little bit, shouting, "Ricochet, where are you? Come out, you little peasant," before he gives up and leaves. And Ricochet stands there laughing. So he gets a good victory there. He gets a good bit of boost out of this segment, and a potential feud going forward. Next up, we see David Richards and Eddie Edwards backstage, and it's just a little bit of frustration kicking in because of that defeat to Abyss and Doomsday. Could this be the beginning of the end of the Wolves? So C64 for that bit of tension built between these two. Next up, in our co-main event, it was a decent match that saw Samoa Joe defeat MVP in 8:14 with Muscle Buster. C plus 69. Good performance from Joe, very poor from MVP, but the main thing here is making Samoa Joe look dominant again. And after the match, he cuts a promo at a B minus 77. He says, "Another victory here. I've beat Barrett. I've beat MVP. Quite like the look of that national championship, but you know, national champion's been missing since he lost to Fergal Devitt. So a bit of questions being asked there by Samoa Joe. And our main event was a superb wrestling match that had good heat, and it saw AJ Styles and Brittany Knight defeat Fergal Devitt and Becky Knox in 17:57 when Brittany defeated Becky with a handful of the tights. Devitt was head and shoulders above everyone else in the ring. And B80, excellent chemistry between Fergal and Becky. Becky with 66 as well as Brittany, so that's some great ratings there. AJ with an 82. Fergal, Devitt knocking it out of the park with a 100 rating, so a good boost for him and Becky. So they may team up more often to get better results there. Knockout storyline advances, that's good. And a few negatives. Low heat of the storyline, poor colour commentary, and a few for AJ because of his age. But we finished the show. The women obviously determined the outcome of the match. So while Brittany is celebrating, AJ Styles catches Devitt coming into the ring, hits him with the Styles Clash, and he stands over Fergal Devitt with the TNA World Championship rose above his head, and the crowd booing the phenomenal one. So at A-star 100, great way to end a TNA show. Just shows how over these guys are. Great segment that I can't complain about at all in TNA. And we end the show with a B83. So again, good to get 100 there. We're in no rush to get A's and A pluses at this moment in time in terms of matches or overall show ratings. It's just about getting pop-up in all 23 regions that we're in and getting us to national. So well done, lads. Good show there. Seems here struck gold with the show. Everything's good there. Britannia Knight wins the best young prospect in wrestling, so that's good to know. We have her sorted on a 5-year deal. We just need to get her over this up. And there we go. We are bringing in the Raven. Nevermore. So a C, yeah, I was going to say there, a 6.09, best TV rating yet. Ricochet's turning into a good worker, so he's got a fan in Al Snow. Ergo Devitt doesn't like Crazy Steve. But financially, good position to be in. A lot of these guys are leaving soon anyway. Bobby Roode's contract's up soon, he's going to be leaving. Overall, good show. You can see there, ever closing in on that national level. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 8 regions that are over 65. And we've got the likes of the Northwest and Hawaii that are closing in. Great Lakes as well, and then it's getting one of those 61s in the Tri-State, Midwest or Mid-Atlantic to gain there too. So looking good, as I say. If we keep improving at this rate, we'll be able to expand, hopefully to the likes of Mexico, to Japan, to Australia, and to Europe as well with TV deals when we get to national. But at the moment of time, very happy with the position we're in. It's just a case of continually improving. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. If you get any comments on the show, let me know what you think. Do you feel like this is the right people being pushed? Is there anyone you particularly see in this morale issues list that you feel should be getting pushed or should be let go? Let me know what you think of that. How are you finding TW these days? We're nearly a year into the game's lifespan. And what do you make of the changes in TNA in real life at the moment? Are they for the good? Are they for the worse? And right now, as of when I'm recording this, Rebbe Sky going a bit ape shit on TNA on Twitter. Any thoughts on that? Is she losing her marbles or is she completely sane? And also just found out that Senor Benjamin is actually her dad. More you know. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. As always, any likes, comments, subscriptions, etc. always deeply appreciated. You can follow me on Twitter at 21maxwell. We'll happily drop you a follow back. So if you want to tweet me about anything TW, don't hesitate to do so. As I say, send Gaiazos, you name it. As I say, if I'm at my PC, usually Twitter's open, so I'll be quite happy to respond to anything. And of course, if you want to get involved in the TW, you can. The game's available on the Grey Dog Software website. £25, roughly, I don't know what that works out actually in this day and age, in dollars. Free demo, which you can get the first 2 months worth of play. Plenty of mods available from there. Get guys like The Who, Captain Charisma. In fact, is Captain Charisma? I think he's still doing them. In fact, no, he's not actually. He actually has taken over by The Who, Leash, Mildy, and then you get plenty of guys that do historical mods as well. Janadi and plenty of other people. As I say, I don't use a lot of mods, but as I say, some of the work where I've tried them before ending up getting back to my usual saves have been really good, very informative, especially the historical ones. So check those guys out. And of course, if you want to see some more YouTube stuff, you can see them and more, some written stuff as well on the Fantasy Booker subreddit. It's a great base if you want to see a lot of different YouTube stuff, whether it be Ring of Honor, New Japan, WCW, Cverse, you name it, everything is there. But as always, guys, thank you for watching. It's deeply appreciated. And hopefully I'll see you next time for some more TEW. And this Sunday, I believe, we have another pay-per-view, which if I'm right in saying, I think could be one of our tournaments. I think it's tournament season beginning on my WWE saves. It may be the 8-hour Cruiserweight Classic. So that could be something to watch if you're interested this Sunday, and I'll be live at 3 PM GMT. But apart from that, guys, thanks always for watching. Much appreciated. I'll stop blathering on. See you soon. Bye bye.